Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm StormCast1 and welcome back to my Let's Play on Skylanders Superchargers Part 6. Today we are going to be using
Dive Bomber,
and we're going to be playing as
Supercharged
Dive Clops. I've never used this character's moves yet. I haven't even tried them out. I waited for the video to even use them. I did the same for Stormblade, except for as soon as I got her, I came back and did the video straight away. So let's get straight into this.
We are going to a library to hunt for old books. Boring!
That looks cool.
Wow, this place is incredible. Look at all these books. I could stay in here forever.
Stay focused, Hugo. We're here for one thing, to figure out how to stop the darkness. And be careful. This is no ordinary library.
Come on, Callie, it's just a bunch of stupid moldy books. It's the most boring quest ever. Ha! Gotcha! See? And that's why I don't read.
The Coming of the Darkness by Pumphrey LaFuzzbottom. Great job, Flynn! This is exactly what we're looking for.
It is? I mean, of course it is. You know, I gotta admit that first chapter really pulls you in.
Well,
Skylanders of the magic element are stronger in this zone.
well then. Anyways, we're at a
I
lot.
think I found a book about the darkness, but since this library is cursed, it might be best if you open it. There has got to be something within these pages that will give us a clue to stopping it. Have a look, Skylander, and be careful.
Yeah, I'll do the first book before I look around.
Before creating the portals, the ancients explored the universe using magical relics called rift engines. But in their haste to spread the light of Skylands to other worlds, they created a powerful rift engine that opened a door to a forbidden world and unleashed a destructive force into Skylands, the darkness. Centuries later, in the age
It looks kind of cool like that.
the Skylanders had become the greatest champions the world had ever known. No enemy or debris could stand before their might. But the darkness was still out there, somewhere, laying in wait.
Ooh, that's a nice looking hat.
Tremors and aftershocks rumbled through.
I wonder if my other move.
Some great
Well,
evil was being conjured in the arcane keep.
Well, it does ignite it. That's awesome.
The devious spell.
That's actually pretty good.
The very same cursed relic that had allowed the darkness
Oh, that was useful.
centuries ago. The Dark Rift Engine.
Level up.
It's always good to level.
To be stopped before they could use its power to awaken the darkness.
No! Oh, I almost fell. Shit, is there something down there? Nope. Well then. Oh. Yeah, I made it. Ooh, it's a chest. Oh, I just realized I keep forgetting to do the question of the day. Guess I'll have to try and remember that more often. Oh, that was terrible. Can't believe I just did that.
But the way to the citadel had grown treacherous. Danger sprang from the shadows.
Ooh, bananas. Bananas are awesome. Don't you...
Level up.
Nice.
The spellpunks were drawing magic from the dark.
Oh, it does hit them. That's kind of... Oh, no.
Power to the darkness.
Level up.
I really like this book section. It's kind of a cool concept. Go from like high graphic to like a book sort of thing. It's interesting. Did I just get a Jan's hat? I did. That's yeah, okay. I'll go with it.
Contribution to the next upgrade. It is widely known that fairies only accept cold, hard cash. Skylanders fought their way through the danger, charging into the mouth of the spellpunk keep.
Level up.
I fell, didn't I? Awesome. Wait, do those things explode? No, they just disappear. Okay.
Without warning, all of Skylands began to quake. And a wave of fear swept over the land as a great and terrible shadow
Hey, I see dive clops in that picture. That's kind of cool.
bellowed in a deep and malevolent voice. Behold, Skylands, I have returned. All shall fear and obey me. I am the darkness.
I had always heard that it was the ancients who let the darkness into Skylands, but I've never heard about that Dark Rift engine. Still, we don't know how they managed to finally defeat it. We'll have to keep looking, Skylander. Maybe one of the others found something useful.
I'll check the other guys in a minute. I'm gonna look for treasure.
I've never seen so many books in one place.
Money!
So, what I am thinking for this tale is a sort of fable on the dangers of excess. So, perhaps the hero discovers a secret room full of treasure. And not just some treasure, but a veritable cornucopia of coins and gold. But then, as they collect it, a metaphor arrives in the form of a crushing ball of covetousness.
That's very descriptive.
Destroying all in its wake.
Sunken treasure.
I'm glad I went down here. There's 3.
Treasure.
Run. Ooh, food. I think I was full health though.
Sunken treasure.
And then, you know, the hero escapes a little richer, a little wiser. What do you think? Too highbrow?
Probably. Ooh, what's this? Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, it's a hat. Why not?
You've got an eye for this.
Ooh, look who I found.
Money.
Nice.
Equalizing. Airtight.
It's actually kind of cool. Oh, I don't have to hold it. I just press it. It's awesome. Well then, can we stop with the pinball at some point today? Ooh, I made it through. I usually get electrocuted. I just realized all those fans look like the Rift engines. It's a nice detail touch. And when I first played this, I thought those electrical things would have just put me back at the start, but they don't. They just shock you and stop you for a minute. It's not too challenging with that going on. Ooh, level 24. Or 26. I'm gonna need that later. Oh, right, the chest. Ooh. Money everywhere.
Look at this.
Alright. Well, first, I'm gonna go over here for a second. See if there's any. Ooh, there's crowns. Not worth very much, but it's still money that I can use. I need a sky vehicle.
You should try this one. The Charge of the First Light Squadron. It's about an elite squad of fighter pilots who took on the overwhelming forces of evil. Looks pretty turbulent in there. Best if you summon a sky vehicle if you want to take a look.
Sky Slicer.
As the power of the darkness grew, the marauding forces that served it took control of the skies and terrorized the land. All hope seemed lost. Until a ragtag group of pilots was assembled with a single impossible goal: to hold back the encroaching evil and give the good people of Skylands a chance to escape to safety. This First Light Squadron took to the skies in defiance of all odds to meet this threat head-on.
Actually, let's see if I can upgrade at all. Ooh, I can.
Estimating our heroes sent out a small group of fighters to crush them.
This reminds me of, oh, I can't think of that game. Oh, that's gonna bug me.
It was sorely disappointed.
If anyone knows what game I'm talking about, you're like in a spaceship and you had to shoot all these little aliens that flew by. Oh, I can't think of the name.
Darkness in
Gallica or something like that, or yeah, I don't know.
More of its armada.
Probably just rambling nonsense now, but if anyone actually knows the name of that game, put it in the comments below.
Would fall before the righteous might of these brave pilots.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's what X does. I'll have to let it charge up though.
In their attack. The First Light Squadron was determined to destroy the Dark Galleon and cripple the Armada once and for all.
Actually, I'm gonna switch traps since I got a minute now. Ooh, armor. I'll take it. Ooh, I'll take that. What is it? Nice.
Psy wing shell. Outfitted.
Squadron dispatched these foes with authority and continued their quest.
Invincibility.
It's one of these things. Maybe I'll get enough to upgrade my weapon.
Oh yeah!
Doubt it, but it's always worth a shot.
But the darkness was cunning.
Do I? I do. Awesome.
The Dark Galleon to vanquish the squadron's hopes. Thus began the final charge of the First Light.
Oh no, that's terrible. There. May have to talk a little bit louder, but whatever. Just so I know you guys aren't hearing the vibration. I'm gonna check the video after to make sure. No! Well then, guess I'm not using him for the rest of the video. Kinda shame. But whatever.
Supercharged.
I'll just use Stormblade. Nice.
Yes.
The Armada of Darkness fell that day to a ragtag group of heroic pilots who refused to accept that their quest was impossible. Their courage would inspire all to rise up against the power of the dark.
Cyclops is there again, or Diveclops.
Now that was some serious flying. You see that, Skylander? The darkness isn't all powerful. It can be beaten. You should check with Flint. He might have found something useful. Hey, it's possible.
Skylander, you gotta see this book! Looks like this one here talks about how the core of light got made to give the darkness the old beatdown. There's probably more inside, but I'm not really in a hurry to crack it open, if you know what I mean, because it's kind of cursed, but you go right ahead.
The War of the Darkness had nearly been lost as all of Skylands was being held in its terrible grip. But there was one chance. A mythical device built by the ancients to combat the darkness had been discovered. It was called the Core of Light.
Pretty sick in
Finding
this
its location
too.
would be the most dangerous mission of them all.
I needed that.
The darkness knew the core of light would be its end, and so it attacked.
Kinda creepy, but whatever.
Mountains and bridges with casual disdain. Was earth-shaking and all-consuming, for it knew that in order for its power to grow, the core of light must stay hidden. Undaunted, even in the face of this great evil, the Skylanders continued the quest.
Nope. No. Yes. I want all that. What did I get? Cool.
It called forth its evil servants to do its terrible bidding. But they would fall before the Skylander like limp bundles of experience and treasure.
Yeah, there's nothing down there about it.
The darkness grew desperate. Again and again it attacked with renewed fury.
Level up.
Stronger than ever.
Oops.
Only to be turned back by the brave Skylanders. And then, After a long journey, the lost citadel of the Portal Masters had been reached. The radiant purity of the core of light had been found at last. But in the distance, the darkness raged on.
Nice.
Wowzers! Looks like the darkness almost conquered Skylands back in the olden days until they used the trusty core of light. But it stopped right before the good part. I totally can't wait to find out what happens next. Maybe the one Max found will have more info. Don't keep me in suspense!
Don't worry, I won't. Actually headed there now.
Hey there, Skylander! Check this out! I'm not sure it'll help us much, but it's kind of a cool raid. It's all about an evil Hydra monster. I've heard of that. Well, it turns out it used to be like a pet of some dark portal masters. Can you imagine that? It's like trying to housebreak a rabid honey badger. Not a good idea. Looks like you'll need a sea vehicle to read this one.
Dive bomber.
Servants of the darkness were known for keeping a lethal menagerie of creatures and beasts. None was more terrifying than the multi-headed monstrosity known as the Hydra. Hydra's appetite for both food and destruction was without limit. Dark Portal Masters, in an effort to appease their favorite pets, gathered all the food in Skylands and dropped it in the sea. The people, hungry and deprived of all sustenance, called on their heroes, the Skylanders, for aid. The Skylander, heedless of danger, dove into the shadowed and endless depths of the sea to face the Hydra.
That was terrible.
The air of this Hydra was fraught with peril, danger, and exploding proximity mines. But the Hydra was not the only dangerous creature in this deep sea. Ravenous Hydra hatchlings hid, coiled in the rocks, and would strike without warning.
Let's try and avoid all of these. Don't want to get blown up too early.
The fabled fracture fish of Foul Falls swam these waters briefly.
Oh no! Oh, okay, it's gone. Oh, what was that?
To the abyss the Skylander traveled.
And this is... Surprisingly, I'm not taking as much damage as I thought I would have from hitting those landmines. Not too bad, but it's just, I should still avoid them.
The Skylander descended into the lair of the Hydra. There was the pilfered food. Without hesitation, the Skylander snatched up the food. The sea rumbled and quaked as the Hydra woke. The heads of the Hydra lashed out in rage. The Skylander was cornered. Until a secret passage out of the lair was revealed. The Skylander sped away. This food was too important to risk. Faster and faster the Skylander swam. But the Hydra's speed was incredible. It churned the water into a swirling foam, gaining and gaining on the Skylander. But just up ahead, that geyser, could it? It could! The various and many jaws of the Hydra snapped at the jets of water in frustration. It had been robbed of its prize and vengeance. The Skylander returned the stolen food to the people of Skylands, thwarting this creature of darkness.
Gosh and golly, that was some story, Skylander! Makes you feel like we're kind of making history ourselves right now. Wouldn't that be something if we all ended up in a book someplace too? I bet the next book is gonna be even more exciting than this one. I think Hugo's finally managed to decide on one. You should go find him before he changes his mind.
Will do.
Hot streak. Supercharged.
Whoops.
Oh, hi, Skylander. I'm glad you're here. This book here is called To Light the Dark by Pomfrey LaFuzzbottom. I didn't read much, but it talks about using the core of light to fight the darkness. This could be the one!
Sounds intriguing. Let's get in there.
The forces of good had discovered the hidden location of the core of light, but they soon realized that the ancients had never completed this great machine, a secret that to this day has been forgotten. But with the darkness closing in for the final blow, they had no choice. They would power up the core and risk everything in a final battle. And they would hope that even an incomplete core of light would be enough to keep the darkness at bay. The Skylander sped into action. There was only one chance. An all-out attack to drive the darkness toward the core itself. But the darkness would not go easily.
Whoops.
Snares and traps for the Skylander. The Skylander, however, would not be halted.
Controller's vibrating like crazy.
Darkness unleashed its
Picking up.
full power. Its dark might seared the sky, tearing across the land. Their battle echoed across all Skylands, trading blows that shattered islands in their wake. Was in range of the core, and then its glorious light filled the sky. With the core of light holding it at bay, it was forced to flee and hide in the deepest, darkest parts of Skylands once again. But for how long? One day it will return for its revenge. In order to destroy the darkness once and for all, the secret to completing the core of light and unleashing its true power must be found. This will be my life's work.
Nice. Oh, okay. Portal Master ranking right now. Didn't see that one coming. I'll do this one.
Any ideas?
LaFuzzbottom!
What'd you call me?
Callie is right. You must seek out the author of that book. If any living being knows how to complete the core, it is Pomfrey LaFuzzbottom.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go find this pom-pom fuzzy bottom guy and turn this core of light into the most awesome weapon ever!
That's Tessa! She shouldn't be trying to fly in these skies. It's too dangerous.
Hopefully the bird broke her fall.
She's back. This is the third game she's been in.
Whoa, that looked like a pretty hard landing. You'd better go check on Tessa, Skylander. I need to examine the book we got from the Spellpunk library for leads on Pomfrey's whereabouts.
Alright.
Tessa, are you alright?
Yeah, I'd say your squawking feather mattress could use a little flying lesson from old Captain Flynn.
I'm fine, guys. Just a little shook up. And it wasn't Whisker's fault, Flynn. These skies are getting more dangerous by the minute. We had to evacuate all of Woodboro to get away from the Sky Eater. They're safe for now, so I decided to come here to help.
We'll take all the help we can get. Come on, let's get you up to speed.
Allow me. You see, Tessa, it all started with an enchilada.
This could take a while, Skylander. Why don't you go let Master Eon know that Tessa is okay?
I really don't know what this has to do with the Sky Eater, Flynn.
Greetings, Portal Master. You have come far in your time here in Skylands, but there is much more to learn. Here is where you can access all things related to Portal Mastery. Observe, these are your Portal Master emblems. Earning these emblems grants you...
I know the emblems are boring, but I want to make sure you... XP could be useful right now.
Here is where you can view and change your current Portal Master powers. While at the Academy, you are able to modify your Portal Master powers. Here is where you can view your Portal Master progress and stats. Useful for seeing how much you have already accomplished.
What is that? Oh, okay, that's just hats. I thought that was Skylanders. Oh, he doesn't say anything for that? Okay.
Continue on your path of courage, and soon you will ascend to our highest ranks. A grand adventure awaits you, Portal Master.
Master Eon! I found him! I found LaFuzzbottom! According to a passage in his final book, he planned to retire to the Gadfly Glades to work in solitude.
Well done, Hugo. Seek out Flynn when you are ready to leave.
Well, if you guys liked the video, please like, favorite, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.